What's up, Bombshells? Welcome to Bombshell 1111 Podcast, Therapy for Women of Color. My name is Kia, and I'm your host. Generally, podcasts request donations, but I want you to show love by simply subscribing to my social media platforms by visiting my website at www.bombshell1111podcast.com. I want to see thousands of subscribers on this platform. Leave your comments and I'll show love by shouting you out on my social media platforms such as Instagram and Facebook. I want to thank you for your continued support as always. And with that being said, let's jump into this new episode.
Hello, I'm Jacqueline Ortiz, and I'm here to drop some bombs with Bombshell 1111.
Welcome back, Bombshells. I'm Kia, and I'm your host. Tonight, you guys will be talking about self-love with our special guest, Jacqueline. So without further ado, Bombshells, let's get into it. Welcome, Jacqueline, to the show. How are you?
I am thrilled to be here. It's so exciting. Yes.
Thank you for that bomb intro. That was like one of the best intros I've had thus far. So thank you for that.
Oh, are you kidding me? We're going to drop lots of bombs. Oh, bomb, boom.
So let's start dropping those bombs without further ado. When I start off the podcast, I love to allow the audience to get a short description of who the guest is and what they are, their expertise from that guest. So can you give us a short description of who you are, what you do, and where you're from?
Okie dokie. I'm Jacqueline Ortiz, and I am the self-proclaimed self-love diva. I am an author, best-selling author of Extraordinary You. I am a speaker. I'm a coach. And I am all about self-love and self-empowerment. And it's all about being your very, very extraordinary you. And you can create an extraordinary life. You absolutely can. We're all deserving of it. And that's what I do.
Oh, okay. So let's jump right into it. So Jacqueline, for individuals who don't have an understanding of what self-love is, give us the definition of self-love in your professional opinion.
I would tell you in my heartfelt opinion, which is love is everything. It penetrates everything, everyone, and it's a unifying tapestry of everything that we have. It's a foundation for the life that you want. It's the only way. Self-love is having that loving, nurturing, most intimate, deep relationship with yourself. And I also like to call it the QT. QT stands for Quantum Trinity Team, which is being in alignment, being in love with your inner child, that little loving, beautiful little girl or boy, that inner child, your adult self and your higher self. And when you're all in alignment, all the Trinity within you, that is when you get the bomb. That is the bomb. That's when you start to feel absolutely amazing, unstoppable, extraordinary, and capable of doing anything. You have a sense of just inner peace and surrendering into something greater than yourself, and you just know that you're loved and supported. And that's when you give yourself all that love and nurturing to yourself, and that is the highest high. That's the bomb.
So Jacqueline, do you think there's a such thing as too much self-love?
I do not think so. There's a difference between being selfish. That's not self-love at all. That is an ego base. When the ego hijacks someone, that is not self-love. Self-love is from a deep, heart-centered, heart-loving expression of loving yourself in a heart-centered way, not in a selfish way like me. That's ego. That's totally different things. So there is no such thing as loving yourself so much, because we are love. We come from love. We are love, and we return to love. At least in my belief is everything is love. What you're talking about is, I understand what you're saying exactly, and that is when the ego hijacks you because they are scared, they're afraid, and fear tries to attach to that. But self-love is the most unselfish or selfless thing you could ever do.
I like that. I like that. Why do you think self-love is important?
Self-love is everything. I'll tell you why. Imagine if you have a house, and in your house you have a whole bunch of trees, like an orchard. Let's say apples. Most people love apples. A whole bunch of apple trees, and you have so many apples, and there's so many, and they'll start getting to ripen. They start falling from the tree, and you have so many trees, and you start to eat apples. Apples, you make apple cobbler, apple pie, apple dessert, apple everything you can make, apple, I don't know. But anyway, you make all this apple desserts, and you have so much. When you have so much, you just want to give. You actually put them in the driveway. Please take my apples, please, because you have so much. So when you're giving from a space of self-love, you're giving out of generosity, heartfelt generosity to love yourself and to love others, because it doesn't come from scarcity or need for validation or approval or anything else. When we are lacking in self-love, that's when we start to give to others in anticipation or expectation of what they can give us, or it's fear-based, or it's people-pleasing to get something back. And that's scarcity consciousness. That's not self-love. Self-love is you fill your tanks up so high, so deep, that that's all the love you need. And from there, what you radiate out is love. And that's what attracts you more love into your life. But when you have scarcity, or you try to latch onto someone because of fear-based, then you attract that type of frequency into your life, because we all made of vibration and energy.
Oh, I like that. And so you're hitting like the nail on the head, like with everything, and bam, 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 bam. I like it.
Bam, bam, bam.
I love it. So, Jacqueline, there are many types of self-love. Can you just talk about 4 that you are familiar with, or that you work with your clients or your customers?
What do you mean, from what aspect? Because self-love is just encompasses everything, the umbrella. What kind of self-love are you talking about?
For example, people say self-love can be also self-care. So going to get your nails done, going to get your hair done on a weekly basis. Do you feel as if that's a form of self-love or self-care?
I believe self-care and self-love, everything's interconnected, because just like human beings, I believe, are all one. Same thing. The only thing is, I like to view self-care as more external, extrinsic, versus self-love is just more internal. For instance, getting massages, getting your nails done, or doing your hair. Hey, I'm a girly girl. I love all that. However, that is self-care, and that is such a critical component of self-love. However, self-love, it's almost like the mother or the umbrella of it. Self-love is more like internal, in the sense of, like I said before, giving your inner child that tons and tons of love, and treating your inner child the way you wished you had been treated when you were a child, whether it was from your parents or caregivers, teachers, older siblings, or whatever it is. Self-love is more unintrinsic. It's loving yourself versus getting your nails done, which is self-care, which is very important, because that's showing you and your inner self and your adult self and your inner child that, yes, I prioritize myself. I love myself enough to go get my nails done or get my hair done or whatever. Or that is something different. What I would like for people to do, even in addition to self-care and get the nails and hair done, which I'm all about that, is to actually really also take the time to do the deep inner work, because that is what makes us feel whole and complete. That is.
Jacqueline?
Yes.
Okay, you went out. You can finish your answer. You said that makes us whole and complete?
Yes, that makes us whole and complete. It's not either black or white, or yes or no, or on or off. It's all about encompassing everything, that whatever makes you feel whole and complete, whatever makes you. But it's very, very, very important that we build up the inner child, because from the age of 0 to 7, I don't know if you know this, but most people, according to experts, have about 60,000 thoughts a day. Out of those 60,000 thoughts a day, 80% are negative. But wait, there's more. Out of those 80%, this is the bomb. 95% are the same old, same old, same old. But we say we're not good enough, which is the underlying foundation of everything that most people have when they don't feel good enough. That's when they say, I'm not smart enough, I'm not pretty enough, I'm not this enough, I'm not. It all compiles back up to not feeling good enough. So when you keep saying the same thing over and over and over again, that is that repetitive mind over and over again, which makes you feel less and whole and complete, which is impossible, because you're already born whole and complete. But that's what makes you feel fragmented. And that's why it's so important to speak to your inner child and really really. And then I also like to say, tune in, tune up, and get turned on to hibernation. Get tuned in, tuned up, and turn on to yourself, to what really rocks your world. So that's what I'm all about.
Oh, I like that. I really like that. What are 5 different ways, or maybe not even 5, but what are a couple of different ways that a person can learn to practice self-love?
Well, one of the things they can do is, and it depends how risque you are, because I love the idea of telling my coaching clients that they should go in front of a mirror and really look at themselves and look deep in the eyes, which is the soul, the mirrors to your soul, and look in your eyes and tell yourself how much you love, how much you care about yourself, how wonderful you are, over and over again. And if you want to be risque and really go full out, do so in the nude. And because that way you can see yourself absolutely naked as you came into this world. And that is even more challenging for us to really love ourselves naked and whole and complete. And that, I think, it's the main thing. Another thing we should do is, like we were talking this before, affirmations. Some people say, affirmations don't work. I'm like, yes, they do.
Yes, they do.
This is it's called the manure sandwich. What people do is they spend a couple of minutes in the morning saying a couple of nice things themselves, spend the whole day speaking SHIT manure. In the night they go, oh, let me say a couple of nice things to me. But switch around. Actually, the better way is go on the manure diet and forget about the manure and just have the yummy toppings, which is basically speak to yourself in a loving, beautiful, caring way that's positive, that's optimistic, that's full of expectation, that questions you to be your highest version of yourself. So like we were talking about affirmations. So affirmations are amazing, and they absolutely boom, they work. I'm on this bomb thing. I love it.
I know. I like it.
I love this 11. It's you know what? I had this portals, and it's funny because you talk about bombshell 11:11, and the portals are 11:11. They're 11 minutes and 11 seconds. And because I also believe in numerology so much,
wow.
and I love it. It's 11:11 portals. But anyway, so that's very important. Creating boundaries for us is very important. And you know what I think also, like I was saying, I believe love bomb, but not from a narcissistic way, but love bomb yourself. Love on yourself. Amazing. Just keep talking to yourself in a beautiful way. I think that's very important. I think setting healthy boundaries is important because it signals your subconscious and your inner child and your adult self that I do value, I am worthy, I'm deserving, and that's very important. I absolutely believe that. You know, I could also say, I call him cada, which is I'm Spanish, cada, which means write yourself a beautiful letter where you communicate how much you love yourself, how amazing you are. And let's start this way. You tell your little girl or your little boy, and you tell them, I love you. I am so sorry for all the times that I haven't been here for you. And you apologize to your inner child for doing that. Then you make a declaration. You declare, however, from here on out, I am going to do my very, very, very best for the rest of my life to help you feel supported and loved and nurtured and taken care of. I'm going to do my best. I'm not perfect, but I am going to do my very best. I can declare that. I promise you. And you do that. Then you affirm at the end why. Why is it so important? And that's when you say, I promise to do my very best because you are so loving, you're so deserving, you're such a beautiful, innocent child. I love you with all my heart and soul. We are one. And you keep talking and affirming why it's so important for you to have that deep relationship with yourself and your inner child. And I believe also with your higher self, because your higher self is your GPS, it's your human guidance that guides you to where it is. And I invite everybody to follow their heart. It will never steer you wrong. Because I say your mind is an iron fist. So it could pummel you because it could be telling you you're not smart enough, you're not this, you're not that. And your mind is a very hard taskmaster, but your heart is loving and it's soft and it's caring and it's nurturing. And your heart knows exactly what it is because it's tied and connected to your higher self, which always will guide you in the right spot.
Wow. You just spoke to my whole soul. You don't even know.
I told you, you told me we're soul sisters.
Yes, you did. We are. And Jacqueline, I must say, I'm definitely going to try to do the letter. Not try, I'm going to do the letter.
Yes.
Yeah.
I love it.
It's much needed, and it makes a lot of sense of what you're saying because you have to do the the childhood trauma work in order to work through those traumas to get to where you need to be, because you're going to keep reliving it if you don't. So yeah. Oh my gosh. That was just, look, that boom, that was the bomb. So Jacqueline, let's talk about what you do, what you actually do hands-on. Let's talk about the extraordinary you, what you're the creator of. Give the audience a little background about that, and a little bit of background about the free gifts that you're going to leave for them.
I know, yes. Well, what I do is my best-selling book, Extraordinary You, and it's basically about how to feel extraordinary, how you can be and feel and embody and embrace being extraordinary, how you create a life that you love. And those are the tools. And in addition to that, I created the Extraordinary You program, which, oh, you know what? I'm going to send you the link also, because I have a masterclass coming up, a few masterclasses coming up. I have 2 masterclasses. I'll do that too. Send those links. But anyway, in the meantime, Extraordinary You program. Wow. Okay. Oh my God. Remember to talk about self-love and self-care, and about when you said about being selfish. Well, it's ego-based. It's what hijacks the self-love thing. It's that people think, well, it's ego-based. But what I do with Extraordinary You program is work with the ego, work with the subconscious to really get deep inside. And how we do it is, I'm a hypnotherapist, do HYP-Me Ups. I've discovered this. HYP-Me Ups is something I found. It's hypnosis and meditations, and it takes you through my 6 steps where you recognize the triggers, then you regress back to revisit, not to reside, then you reframe it, then you rewrite it, then you rewire it, and you re-imprint it all within that. And you do that, and then to really solidify and really go through your subconscious, it's 11-11 portals, 11 minutes, 11 seconds in the morning and then at night. And it's basically has brain waves. It has affirmations in one ear, affirmations in the other ear, left, right, goes up and down, it goes surround. And then it has deepening statements. And then it has brain waves for sleeping or for day. And then I also, in the free gifts I'm talking about, it also has Extraordinary You 8-hour ones. So you can do it while you're sleeping. It's a subliminal. That you won't hear me speaking at all. You won't hear, actually, another Jacqueline actually recorded, because she has a nicer, softer voice than me. But Jacqueline recorded it, and it's a soft music, and underneath it's subliminal. It has all these amazing statements. It's asking you, and because I'm a hypnotherapist, and actually so is the other Jacqueline, we worded it in such a way that your brain has absolutely no choice but to come up with empowering ways of being. For instance, the affirmations, questions like, okay, so the affirmation could ask something, I am extremely extraordinary, blah, 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 blah. And then the other side goes, and what makes me so incredibly extraordinary? And what makes me so divinely extraordinary, or whatever it is. So the way it's worded, you have no choice, your subconscious, but to answer it in a very positive, uplifting way. And so so when you get the gifts, I'm going to send the link out, which is actually extraordinaryyou.com/free gift. I'll repeat real quick. extraordinaryyou.com/free gift. And what you get is a version of the HYP-Me Up, which is life activation. So basically, you just have to just turn it on, close your eyes, and it helps you visualize you with your inner child walking forward in time the way you would like your life to be, as if with the law. It assumes the law of assumption in there. Yes, I know, girl. Bomb. Boom. Boom. Okay, I'll boom you. Boom. So it has the law. It does the law of assumption, honestly, and it's so amazing because also incorporates the different colors: the red, the yellow, the orange, the green, the light blue, the darker blue, and the white colors. So what you're walking with your inner child through the different colors, and as you walk into the different chakra colors associated with that, it talks about that. For instance, let's say the sacral chakra, it talks about you being created. You're walking with your inner child, and then it's the red one, feeling grounded and connected and supported and feeling complete. So as you walk into the different colors that represent the different chakras, you're activating different aspects of yourself, and it fast forwards to the way you would like your life to be. And this is just a sample. This is just a taste. It's not even, this is what goes in the program. Anyway, so then you have the 8 hours, which is subliminal. You have the 11-11, that one of them is subliminal. The other one you can hear Jacqueline speak, and it's I swear by them, because I'm a product of my product. I listen every day, and if you could see me now, I literally have my earphones, and I'll tell you a secret, but it's not going to be a secret now. I have earphones. Probably have like 6 sets of earphones. And you know why I do my earphones? I love them. I listen to the Bluetooth earphones, whatever they are. But anyway, I listen to them all the time. So I'm always listening to my affirmation, subliminal, spoken, whatever the time. The only 2 times I don't wear my earphones, Bluetooth thing is when I'm when I'm taking a shower or when I'm having sex. So and actually not always because because the other day, the reason why I just had to get another new one because I got in the shower and I forgot to take them off because they were on and I got them off. So only 2 times when I'm having sex and taking showers. The only 2 times I don't have them on. I mean, I love them because I wake up on a high and it's a natural high.
Yes, you give me a natural high with just having a conversation with you.
I love you. Thank you.
You do.
So how else can I support you?
Oh my gosh. Okay, we just got very quiet. I thought you were going to finish. Are you done talking about the Hype Me Ups?
Sweetheart, I'm never done talking about self-love, ever. You're taking too much time. I want to hear your beautiful voice as well. But no, that's why this Extraordinary You program, that's what the program is. I'll put the link in there. I offer a free masterclass, and I would love for everybody to sign up for the free gift because honestly, it will absolutely make you feel extraordinary. It really, really does. I mean, it's a free gift. I'm not making anything out of it. So it's heart-based gift that I'm giving because I know the power of how powerful it is.
Oh, thank you for that. And I'm definitely going to check it out. So thank you for the gift. Absolutely. Jacqueline, is there anything that you feel that I missed that you'd like to share with the listening audience?
You know what? I think you've been the absolutely most gracious, perfect host.
Oh, thank you.
Absolutely amazing. I've asked very powerful questions. But I would just tell everyone that, you know what? If you can just prioritize yourself and really love yourself, your life will shift in every single way. Because look at it this way. Let's say for single women that are looking for the man, or even if they're married and they're with their man or their spouse, whether it's a man or woman, whatever it is. And if we're not feeling whole and complete and loving ourselves, the people that we attract in our lives or the type of relationship that we have with our partner will never be as beautiful and pure and rich as it could be until you really, really fall in love with yourself. That is the key, the foundation for everything, because that raises your vibration to attract the perfect opportunities, peoples, and resources and everything in your life to help you create that amazing, extraordinary life. And that is the key. It all starts with self-love. Everything starts with self-love because it's the least selfish thing you can do. So don't let any ego-based person or information or situation make you think it's selfish. It's not. It's the absolute, I promise you, it's the opposite. The more you love yourself, the more you attract everything you want in your life. And not because I say it, but because it's the universal laws. We are applying the universal laws of vibration, of energy, of attraction, and just create into it, and that's it. Everything starts with self-love. I promise you.
It's the law.
It's a law, girl.
So, Jacqueline, how can the listening audience get connected to you for services or more information?
Yes, they could find me at selflovediva.com. SELFLOVE Diva, DIVA.com, because I'm a diva. So the selflovediva.com. That's what I'm saying. I love my hair, my nails, and all that stuff. And that's important. That's self-care. But really love on that little girl, that little inner boy in you, and you'll see your whole life radically change for the best. So anyway, selflovediva.com. My gift is extraordinaryyou.com/free gift. If you would like to learn more about the program, it's extraordinaryyou.com/program. And I'll give you the link so you can post it. And honestly, learn to really value how important, how extraordinary you are, because it is your birthright. We were all born beautiful, whole, and complete and extraordinary. It's just time for us to really go deep inside and rediscover the gem that we are, how extraordinary we are. And once we do that, everything opens up for us. And we live with joy and peace and that juiciness that you just can't get enough of life. And that's what I want for every one of your listeners and for you.
Oh, thank you. And you as well, Jacqueline. I appreciate that. And I also appreciate you coming on the podcast and sharing your knowledge and tools and your great energy. Thank you so much for that.
Thank you. Sending you all my love.
Thank you. And so, excuse me. So, you guys, that brings us to the end of this episode. Thanks to Jacqueline for joining us. We hope that you were able to hear something beneficial to you. And with that being said, you guys, always remember you are a bomb within your own shell. Peace, love, and light, you guys. Until next time, good night. If you enjoyed this podcast, please make sure you subscribe so you're notified when a new episode is posted. Rate, review, and share this podcast with your family and friends. Thanks so much for listening, and I hope you're leaving with some valuable information that can help you on your personal journey. Also, check us out on Facebook, YouTube, and Instagram at Bombshell1111 or at Bombshell1111 TV. You can also check out our mental health page, Your Health is Your Wealth, on Facebook, which is a page created to inform and support individuals with mental health and other health conditions. And with that being said, always remember, you guys, you are a bomb within your own shell. And until next time, peace, love, and light.